Hey guys, day 5 of my 30-day challenge. I want to talk to you today about effective communication. So this is something that I learned or recapped over again on the weekend from the event I was at, and it's probably something more relatable to people in different industries or home-based business, or it's not going to be for everyone, but I still want to recap over it because I like going through this stuff and just learning this stuff myself and sharing it. So okay, the most important thing is to continually ask good questions. So obviously if we want effective communication in whatever business or company we're with or whatever we're doing in life, even talking to, strangers or even family and friends, you want effective communication to be authentic and to be real and all that sort of stuff. So this was something that was done by, her name was Karen Andrews, and I'll just read the rest of it, and hopefully you can understand it all. So she says, you need to use the correct questions when networking with people. It's completely different language and skill to just chatting with your partner or your friends. So obviously if you're just chatting very socially, that's going to be a different result or a different way of chatting than if you were talking business-wise or in that more professional manner. So she says, effective communication is the glue that helps you deepen your connections to others and improves teamwork, decision-making, and problem-solving. It enables you to communicate even negative or difficult messages without creating or destroying trust. So that's a big thing, trust. People have to trust you, they have to want to listen to you, and so, this is where effective communication really does come in. So it is a key interpersonal skill, and learning how we can improve or communicate has many benefits. Communication is a two-way process, so improving communication involves both how we send and receive messages. And by that she doesn't mean text messages, she means messages through body language and all that sort of stuff. So communication is one of the most important ingredients in any relationship, yet we are rarely taught how to communicate effectively. Oh, hi guys, hey Renee, hey Tegan, hey Craig, hey Michaela. Some people seem to have an intuitive understanding of the skills involved in effective communication. Others need to learn them. So, there are a lot of people out there who are quite shy, and so they would be the ones that would need to learn this if they were going into a different sort of a business that they then were around a lot of people and would really need to, lift up their skills of communication. And then it says the good news is that you can improve your communication by learning and practicing those skills. So when you ask a lot of questions, they have to be genuine, so you can find out a lot of information. People can always feel or tell if you're not genuine. It usually feels like it gives you that standoff approach if it's not genuine. So we always need to try and be that way, to get people to open up to us and want to talk to us properly. So in home-based business, or the industry that I'm in, the home-based business industry, that information is crucial to building genuine relationships in your business and achieving success. So I really like talking about this after what I spoke about yesterday, with the different gems and the personality gems, what we are as a personality. So then, if you go from that and then into the relationship skills and these kind of skills, then they really do gel together once you really work that out for yourself, and it can really help your business or your life skills as you go along. So Karen, the lady that was speaking to us, believes if you can communicate effectively, you do not have to sell anything or sell yourself on anything. It's just genuine. There are 2 different types of skills we should master. Number 1 is listening and responding skills, and number 2 is conversation skills. So number 1 is how do you listen and respond effectively? So a good way to do that is to shut out distractions and focus on what the person is saying. So, not checking your phone all the time, not looking behind you, seeing what's going on if you're sitting in a restaurant or you're chatting to people on the beach or all that sort of stuff. Actually look at them in the eye and chat to them properly so they know that you are genuine, and it's not just you sitting there without really, being in control of listening to what they're saying. And then she says, listen attentively to what they're saying, ask for more clarification on or more information if you don't understand what they're talking about, and always acknowledge what they're saying. So according to a professor, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, he says that there's a lot of non-verbal cues. So and they account for the following forms of communication. You know, there's 55% is body language. So, you know, a lot of people, if they're standing there with their arms crossed, they're not really caring about what you're talking about, are they? And then there's 38% is their tone of voice, you know, so that's a really good one. We all know that tone of voice is one that you can really judge on if people are actually interested to talk to you or not. And then 7%, only 7% is actual words. So this is why in any business, or, you know, home-based business mainly, which is what I'm talking about, it is very important to try and get our contact onto phone calls and conference calls and catch up in person, you know. So if you've been talking to them online and connecting with people online, you then want to get them offline as soon as possible, ASAP. So in this day and age, obviously social media is the biggest thing. You know, it's the easy way to connect with people everywhere in the world, just like I'm doing on these live calls, and I cannot believe how many people are on here. So, you know, this can go, I've got people in America and India and everything watching these, so it's really weird. You know, but then you want to sort of, like in text messages and stuff, it can be misinterpreted or it can be brushed off, or, you know, if people might not even answer emails if it's in an email. This is why it's best to try and contact them in a way you know that they will write back or get back to you straight away, and then get them straight face to face, or get them, you know, as soon as you can into one of those sort of meetings, either on the phone or face to face as well. So that's the best form of communication, so they can see who you are and you know, see your the way that you're speaking and your body language and all that sort of stuff. So that's the best type of thing to do. So she says trust. Now, trust is an integral part of your business, and via communication is how you build trust. So the way you do it, obviously, is the way you're going to build trust. So when your verbal and non-verbal communications are incongruent, people will always believe the non-verbal. Everyone loves negative thoughts. Everyone loves to be negative. So they're always going to believe the non-verbal stuff, aren't they? Because that's the body language and the arms crossed and all that sort of thing. So, if they have taken something the wrong way or misread something, they have a preconceived idea, and it's really hard to build trust from then on. So you want it, that first, you know, I think they say the first 3 minutes or something, or the first 3 seconds? Yeah, you really need to be, you know, getting yourself into that position where they want to listen to you. And number 2 out of that was the conversation skills. So you need to start a conversation in home-based business, or in, you know, even if you're someone with a bricks and mortar business, like a personal trainer or a accountant or something like that, you still have to use these type of skills. So you need to start the conversation, and it can be simply by saying hello, it can be a smile, it can be a question. Even in a shopping centre, I do this all the time. You talk to people at the counter, don't you? You know, or when you're walking around the shops and you've got your kids with you, there's always older people there wanting to pull you up and chat to your kids. So, you know, that's just starting that small conversation, which can lead further. And always make it non-threatening and about them. So, you know, you don't want to be in their face and saying stuff that has nothing to do with them when you don't even know them. Try and ask a lot of questions and find out about them, or make it about them. If you know, compliment them. If you see something really nice that they're wearing, or if their little baby is really cute, compliment them on that. So be genuinely connected to the conversation, and ask questions, and in a genuine way, just like you would with people who you're close to. So always be genuine, always be authentic. That's something that we really should always try and do. And use eye contact, be respectful, don't ever be a pushy salesperson. So even if you're not a born communicator, you can improve your skills by having conversations. So just go out there and talk to people. You know, if you're at the beach or the shopping centre, or you know, you're at work and then you go and get some lunch from somewhere at a cafe, just ask how their day is. Ask what they've been up to on the weekend, or that sort of thing. You know, it's just starting that conversation, and this helps you become more confident in getting out there and chatting to people, which can always come back and help you in your business. You don't know that. So, or they just could become a really good friend, which is, you know, what I love doing, is just becoming good friends with a lot of people. And I've got friends all around the world now doing that, so that's pretty cool. Even if you're not I read that bit. So don't try to read people's minds, and never assume. Always ask questions to find out what you want to know. Never assume. Effective communication is crucial to your business, and whether that's with contacts, or your, you know, the people that you work with, or your leaders, your team leaders, all that sort of stuff, then that effective communication is the most critical part, because it's the part that's going to get you the furthest, and there's not going to be any lack of communication which sort of shuts things down, and that's where problems start, you know, so that it is very crucial. And you'll have great success in your business by being a good communicator and leading your team or your people or your employees by example and teaching them how to do those same skills themselves. So that's it for the communication stuff, and I thank you all for listening. We are up to day 5 and I cannot believe that, so why not get back to me? A few of you send me a message or a few comments. I do actually put these videos up onto my YouTube channel and onto my website at janelleemma.com. So they're always going to be there, and I'm going to be sharing them here and there and everywhere. You know, it depends on what I'm actually talking about. On the weekends, like I said from the start, I'll probably do just more social stuff. But let me know if any of this is any good. And I love doing it. I don't really care anyway. I just love doing it anyway. So I thank you all for listening in, and I cannot believe how many of you are on here. So I thank you guys, and I will talk to you again for day 6. See you later.